All right, guys, we're going to get started. Vamos a comenzar. Welcome to our Empire team call. We're super fortunate fortunate tonight to have a special guest that absolutely needs no introduction. All right, guys, we're going to get started. Vamos a comenzar. Oops. Welcome to our Empire. Hold on one second, guys. Hold on one second. We're super fortunate to because it's echoing here. Hold on one second. Absolutely needs no introduction. Okay, perfect. I had to mute the YouTube. So we have a gentleman tonight with us that absolutely needs no introduction. He's the co-founder of our company. Now, for me, I remember when I went to my very first national and hearing him speak for the first 5 minutes as the event started, I felt at home. I felt safe. And over the years, anytime he's done a leadership training, a conference call, anytime he's, been at an event, I've always done whatever I had to do to be there. And you know what? There's never been a time where this gentleman has not shared perspective and insight, something that helped me in my business and my life go to the next level. So I was at a seminar a few months ago, and the gentleman at the seminar asked us to write 3 to 5 names of people who have made a major impact in your life. And immediately this gentleman came to mind. I wrote his name down, and he's provided so much value in my life, and is the co-founder and has helped thousands of people around the world. A mentor to so many people. It's an honor that we get to have him here, Mr. Provenzano. Actually, before we get started, I'm going to make a suggestion to everyone. Click on speaker view, so all you see on your screen is Mr. Greg Provenzano. That's what I would suggest. So, Mr. Provenzano, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here, brother.
Excellent. So, welcome. Thank you for taking the time to be with us tonight. We're packed out. Close to 1,000 people already on the line, so really appreciate this.
It's my on tonight. Hello, everyone. Good to see all your smiling faces. I see a lot of Christmas decorations up. I'm smiling.
So the leaders, Greg, have sent me a bunch of questions. I'm sure we're not going to have time to go through all these questions, but we're going to go through some of these. So we're going to start with actually the first one. That is one of my questions. So a couple of years ago, I did an interview with the DSA. So Dave Meerman had me on conference, and the DSA was asking me a bunch of questions. And one of the questions that the DSA lady asked me was, after all these years that I've been in ACN, 22 years, she asked me how I stay excited. And so my answer it was an easy answer. I said, man, ACN, the co-founders of this company, make it easy for me because they reinvent the company every 1 to 2 years. A new service, a new country, something new always happens. So there's always something new. So my question to you is, what's the thinking behind this? How does that happen? How is it possible? Here we are again with a bunch of changes. Talk to us about the thinking that goes behind 27 years of constant reinvention. And here we are with a brand new company with a transformation again.
Yeah, here we are. And it's amazing to me to see what ACN has become. And, one of the things that I love about who ACN is that we literally give everybody a chance to win. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean that everybody wins, but we give everybody a chance to win. And we all know that it's the premise is everybody that's in the ACN system must pay a price. There's no option, and they need a sacrifice. And the thing that keeps us going as long as we have, with as much energy and as excitement as we still have, is the fact that when you do something on a day-to-day basis, you really don't see the magnitude of what has been built. It's similar to the only thing I can relate it to is, your children, when you raise your children and you see them every single day, you don't see all the different things that maybe somebody else would see or notice because they don't see them every day. You ever take your children to a family reunion, for example, and what does everybody say? Oh my goodness, I haven't seen you in so long. You've gotten so big, right? Well, you don't notice those changes because you see them day in, day out. But to somebody that hasn't seen your children, man, what a dramatic difference it is to them. And so the same thing is similar with ACN. I see ACN as a company that we started from a fledgling. As you've heard me say the story many times, we didn't know whether or not we were going to make it. And so as you build ACN and you do the things that we're continuing to do even after 27 years, you don't really take assessment or take stock of what's been built. You just continue to do what you need to do every single day to carry out your roles and responsibilities to provide a home for people like all of us that truly want to do something great with our lives. And so that's what keeps us going. We don't look at it like, man, look at all that's been built, and we kind of just sit back and put our feet up. This is just like 1993 for us, only we're spread out over 27 countries. We got millions of customers that we've acquired. We've got thousands upon thousands of people that are now business associates of ACN. Many of them have become friends of ours in the 27 countries that we operate. And I say 27 because we're pre-launching Peru right now. I know that we have a lot of people from Latin America that are on the line here tonight, and I just want to welcome all of you as well.
Excellent. Okay. So now, talking about the changes, right, that were just announced in Long Beach.
There are changes?
People are going bananas, right? People are going absolutely, insane over these changes. So if you can, there's people that are on the line tonight that are just saw the business this week, brand new. This is the first time that they hear, they know you, but this is the first time that they get to experience you. If you can summarize some of those changes and also share with them why they, why the changes happened, because the company was already doing so well. And then the other question, the third question that they asked was, if you just looked at two of the changes, right, the residual and the 199, what do you think it will do to production in the U.S. in 2020?
Well, let me tell you the background as to why we did it. First of all, we entitled 2019 ACN Next Gen. And we just didn't want to have a motto for the year. We really wanted to do something dramatic in 2019. Look, we're 27 years old, but we're all going into a brand new decade. That's a big deal. And so we wanted the next decade to be monumental for anybody that knows about ACN, that's affiliated with our company. And so we just didn't want ACN Next Gen to be something that came out of our mouth. We wanted ACN Next Gen to be memorable. And we really wanted to transform the company. Transformation is not easy being 27 years old. So one of the things you have to understand is the difference between change, which is the word that you used, or transformation. We didn't want to go just for change because change is externally motivated. Transformation is internal. And so we felt that if we made some dramatic changes for our company, it wasn't just going to be an external change. It was going to be an internal change with every IBO that's a part of our company. And I believe that's taken place already, even in advance of all the enhancements being experienced by every single one of you. And so we've been planning these changes since May of 2019. We've been modeling. We looked at every aspect of this company. We looked at the compensation plan. We looked at the international event schedules and structures, and really asked ourselves, are we doing everything we can? Are we providing everything we can for not only the IBOs, but for the respective IBOs, the prospective IBOs that are going to join ACN and become a part of this great company to help us acquire the customers that we all want to acquire. And we said, what can we do? And this, you know, when you ask yourself the right questions, you will always get the right answers. But if you continue to ask yourself the wrong question, you will always get the wrong answers. Let me give you an example of a wrong question. Why does all this keep happening to me? Well, guess what? You're going to have all that happen to you all over again, because that's the answer that you are bringing to your life. And so we asked ourselves the question of, how can we make this better for everybody? How can we simplify and streamline our opportunity? And when we asked ourselves those questions, we came out with some amazing answers. And we said to ourselves, why don't we take the opportunity from $4.99 up front to $199.25 a month, which equates to about $4.99 a year. And we said that would help a lot of people that want to get involved in the opportunity but don't have the upfront money. And so we started that process, and we said, what kind of opportunity can we have? What kind of bonus money can we put in place so that people will have great incentive to go out and get customers and create residual income for their families? And so we, as all of you already know, we did a number of things. Number one is we put customer acquisition bonus money into the compensation plan. This isn't just a bonus document. This isn't a bonus side. This is in the plan. So every single 30 days, you can go out and get customers and you can start making money. Is that a dream come true for many of you on this line? Look, in my opinion, there is no excuse not to make money at ACN. The only way you won't make money is if you don't do what the compensation plan tells you to do. And I'm telling you, as great as ACN is, there are people that don't make any money. It blows me away even today. But the reason why they don't make any money in the company is because they don't acquire the customers that the compensation plan tells them that they need to. That would be like opening up a McDonald's franchise and never opening the door to sell burgers. That would be the craziest thing in the world to do. But that's what some people do with the ACN opportunity. And so we put customer acquisition bonuses into the plan. And this is the most amazing thing. You acquire 3 customers, you get $75. You acquire 5 customers or 10 points, and you get $200. Now listen, here, let me ask all of you. I wish that we could be interactive, but we got so many people on the line, you can't be interactive on a call like this. But how many people do you know that could use to have $200 coming into their household of discretionary income? Wouldn't that be amazing? That's all you need to do is go out and get 5 customers, 10 points, and you can get $200. And then every 3 customers after that, you can make an additional $200 every 30 days. So we put that into the plan. Now that is going to automatically feed the back end of the plan. So with the customer bonuses and the customer acquisition bonuses that you get for bringing people in and getting their customers, helping the team do what they need to do, you also get customer acquisition bonuses. That feeds the back end of the plan. Now listen to what we did to the back end of the plan. How is there anybody on this line that's excited about getting 20% personal residual income as opposed to 10%? My phone has been going crazy. It's been ringing off the hook with people that have acquired customers, and overnight, with their residual income deposit in the month of February, they're going to make twice the amount of money that they made before with the same amount of customers. You got to be kidding me. When everybody else is cutting back, we're putting in. Because we know what 2020 is going to be like with this plan. And so we went from 10% to 20%. On the low end, we tripled people's residual income from 1% to 3%. Who does that today? ACN does it. Because we continue to do the things that are necessary in order for people to build residual income in our system. On top of all that, instead of paying 7 levels, we condensed everything down, and now we're paying 5 levels of residual income, not a quarter. No. Now we pay 4%. On the first 3 levels, that's a 16 times residual income increase for those people that have customers on those levels. The most dramatic enhancements that we've ever made in our company history are about to take place January 6th, 2020. The most amazing thing that we've done. $199 and $25 a month. You get your entire business for you to go out and build a team or just go out and get customers, whatever you want to do. You can build residual income for you and your family. Phenomenal. On top of that, we looked at the international event schedule that we've kept for 27 years. And we asked ourselves, is this the most prudent thing to do? And we came up with the conclusion that we needed to switch things around. We needed to stir things up a bit. And so starting in 2020, we're not going to have 4 events a year in North America. We're going to go down to 2 events. And then in between the events, we're going to run super regional events throughout all of 2020. In fact, I just got off the phone with some of the Circle of Champions members up in the Northeast, and we're planning for something in the Baltimore, Philly marketplace or around there for a lot of the Circle of Champions members to plug in. And I'm going to show up. I'm going to be back from my travels in Europe. I got a European tour that I'm going to be on. And so we're going to come back and do a super regional. And then we're still waiting on a venue date for the first event in North America. That the reason for that is because we went from a 4-event strategy to a 2-event strategy late in the game. And because we switched from the February event and we wanted to move it, we're waiting for a weekend to open up that we feel is an appropriate time for all of us to be together for the first event of the year. And the last thing that I can think of off the top of my head regarding these changes is something that most people gloss over, but I believe it's one of the most effective enhancements and decisions that we made in the plan. And here it is. When you want to become a regional vice president at ACN, today you got to help 4 people become regional directors. And sometimes, you got people that are at the ETL level. They're not as motivated as you want them to be, but you want to get promoted. And so you tend to spend a lot of time trying to build unmotivated people. Is that an accurate statement or not?
Absolutely.
Yeah, so you're wasting a lot of time with people. Why? And these people, they know, they get a grasp of the compensation plan, and they just sit back and they say, okay, I know you need me, build me up. And it used to drive me crazy to hear those stories. Now, as of January the 6th, to become a regional vice president, you no longer have to have 4 regional directors. You can go out and build a team and that goes out and gets customers. And if nobody becomes a regional director and you can qualify with 3,000 points, you can become a regional vice president at ACN and get residual income past your 5th level and pick up all that income, all that billing that's going on beyond your 5th level. One of the greatest decisions that we made frees you up to go as wide as you want to go, as fast as you want to go, to acquire as many customers as you want to have. It is totally up to you. So, Efrain, to answer your question, I know that was a long answer, but to answer your question, all we wanted to do is to totally free people up to go out and build a business. I love the fact that you are now in control, total control of your opportunity. Don't you love that? Don't you love that part of ACN where you know that if you want to build something, you can just get up and go do it, sacrifice and go do it, pay a price and go do it and get it done. I can't wait to see what's about to happen in 2020 based upon all the enhancements that we were able to make that are going to be effective January the 6th. Just right around the corner, just a couple of weeks away.
Yeah, I agree. I think the regional vice president change is probably my favorite also, for sure. For sure, because you know, all the pain associated with that over the years that just got fixed. Okay, so 2020, we know it's going to be a big year. It's going to be a record-breaking year. So there's people that are there right now listening that, you know, imagine if you were in their shoes, what would you suggest their daily schedule should be? What activities do they need to do to create momentum and make sure that 2020 is a successful year?
Well, the first thing I can tell you is that I never go into a new year at the same time everybody else goes into a new year. I never have. Even when I was you know, in my 20s, I said, if everybody's going to make New Year's resolutions on January 1, I'm going to do it on December 1, and I'm going to get a jump start, man. I'm going to make sure that when that opening bell hits for the next year, that I'm not just thinking about what I want to do. I want to have a game plan so that I can do it. And so that's what I've already done for 2020, and I would encourage all of you to do the same. I would make sure that during the month of December that you take advantage of what we currently have right now. I mean, I think about anybody that joins in December, they have an added incentive that is going to be going away starting in January, because we put everything in the plan starting in January, where a brand new person has an opportunity to become an executive team leader and get up to $1,500 in a fast start bonus. And here's the kicker, is in order to do that, they got to become an ETL within the first 30 days. You all know the qualifications for that. I'm not going to go into detail there. But they can use the IBOs that join in January now, because it's late enough in December. They're still within the first 30 days. They can get credit for the people that join in January for $199 and $25 a month. When those people get customer qualified, they still can use those people to get the $1,500 bonus that's on the table right now for the month of December. What a great added incentive. On top of that, you become a monthly ID Seal customer, get double points. An annual ID Seal customer, get double points. Get a Vivint customer, you get double points. When you acquire all those customers in the month of December with double points, you're moving your way up so that you can get closer to your 20% personal residual income, because that requires 200 customer points now. And so what would I do now to make sure 2020 is a big year? I would get started on 2020 today. I would make a list. I wouldn't prejudge anybody. I would act like this is a brand new ACN, because it is a brand new ACN. In fact, let me tell you this. I wanted to say this word in my closing remarks, and I failed to do it in Long Beach, but I will tell you what my thoughts are, okay? I believe with this new plan that's coming up, that for the first time in our company's history, 27 years in the making. With this new plan, for the very first time, ACN will become a viral opportunity. Why do I know that? Is because I know the stories that are going to be on the street of people that are going out getting customers, becoming successful on a part-time basis. They're making money at ACN. And when you got thousands upon thousands upon thousands of people that have the ability to do that, to go to work, go out and acquire customers, when that story hits the street, see, that's how Uber got built, folks. Now, Uber didn't advertise for drivers. What happened is Uber opened up in a city. They recruited some drivers. Those drivers started making money. They started getting their friends. Those friends got to their friends, and before they knew it, they had a network of drivers in a city. That's what's going to happen with the ACN opportunity because of all the enhancements that we were able to make. And here's the beauty of everything. This is one of the main reasons why I wanted to be on the call here tonight. Is every single one of you on this line have paid a price. Every single one of you know what's at stake with ACN. You know exactly what you had to do. In fact, here's one of my philosophies. If you did what you already know, you would grow. There's not any more information that you need. You just have to make a decision. Are you going to take advantage of what's on the table for you? You'll determine whether you're employed or unemployed every single day at ACN. So if I were you, I would go into 2020 with momentum. I would go into 2020 in position to take advantage of all the enhancements that are going to be available to every single one of you starting on the 6th of January. I would not be short customer points. I want to maximize the compensation plan. That means I'm going to get up and get after it in the month of December. I'm not going to let this month go. I'm going to go into 2006 in a big, big way. And let me tell you something. We got big things planned for the rollout of this comp plan. Let me tell you what's going to happen, okay? We're going to have Circle of Champions members January 1st. Somebody's going to be on social media. The 2nd, somebody's going to be on social media. The 3rd, they're going to say 5 more days, 4 more days, and they're going to give a message. 3 more days, they're going to give a message. 2 more days, they're going to give a message. Then Tony and I are going to be on, and we're going to do a company message on the 5th, letting everybody know that it's a brand new day at ACN. It's a rebirth of ACN, January 6th. So here's the question. This is the 18th. We got 13 more days to December. What are you going to do with it? Now listen, in between all that, we got Christmas, we got New Year's, got a lot of festivities. I'm going to have a blast with my family. I want you to know that. But every single day, I also want to tell you that I'm going to be building my business for 2020. I'm going to be on conference. I told all the leaders, I told all the Circle of Champions members in Long Beach, California. I said, with all the announcements, with all the enhancements we have coming up, I'm going to be on calls every single night doing what I'm doing for you right now. Because I think this is the most opportune time in 27 years that we've been in business. I believe that. But at the same time, there's no guarantees. I don't know if you're going to make money. I don't know if you're going to be big. I don't know if you're going to get off your couch. I don't know if you're right in the middle of a Hallmark movie right now. What I'm saying is going in one ear and out the other. I have no idea what's going on in your head right. Here's what I do know is that we're moving forward. That's what I know. I know that we modify things to bring quality people in, people that want to win, people that are willing to sacrifice, people that want to pay a price. There's no excuse now at ACN, Efrain. None. No, not that there was an excuse before, because there wasn't. But my gosh, when you simplify things as we've done and we've streamlined things as we've done, don't tell me 5 years from now that ACN doesn't work. No. You don't work. ACN works. You don't work. So I'm telling you, I'm excited about going into 2020, buddy.
This is great. It's like a national here. So just to hear it from you, okay? Because everybody's asking me my WhatsApp messages. They're asking me if they live in another country, that if they qualify, if they build in the U.S. for everything that you talked about. Just to hear it from you.
Yeah, man. Everything you see, you get. You want to go out and get some customers in North America? God bless you, brother. Hey, think about the opportunity that's available for the people in Mexico, Peru, that's coming up, and already in Colombia, to network with your family and friends that are already in the United States, get them interested in ACN. You know, with technology today, look, I'm on a line with you. This is internet based, man. I can see every one of you. It's a blessing to be able to see some faces and not just talking to a speakerphone. I loved it. You can build anywhere, anytime. You got internet. You got a phone screen or a tablet like I'm talking on right now. It's amazing what we have. So coming into the U.S. to build with technology today, I think is so spectacular. And with the most streamlined system of a comp plan that we put together starting January 6th, there's no reason for anybody anywhere not to make money. No reason.
Agreed. Okay. And now you, the co-founders, have attracted incredible people all over the world. What are some things that you've done, because you started pretty young, started the company pretty young? What are some things that you have done to attract quality people?
So what are you saying that we are now?
So over the years, right? What have you done to work on yourself to get to this point to attract the quality?
Hey, there's other people that got the joke that you didn't get.
Yeah, I got it.
I tell you exactly what we've done is, you know, we are just like every single one of you that are on the line here tonight. We, when we started ACN, we needed something to work for our family, just like many of you need ACN to work for your family. And we knew that in order for us to be the company that we always envisioned that we could become, we knew that we had to grow. And so there isn't a day that goes by that I don't listen to something positive. There's not a day that goes by that I don't take notes. There's not a day that goes by that I don't file those notes. I mean, there's great apps on the phone today that you can capture anything that you think of, any note that you take, any billboard that you see. Man, you can file it instantly so that you can have recall of it later on. And I've been doing that for years. In fact, I've been in network marketing now since 1982. It's a long time. And ever since I got involved in this industry, I've been exposed to positive things, to personal development. And I am nowhere near the person that I was 20 years ago, 30 years ago, not even close. But it isn't because I'm so great, because I'm not. The thing is that I've applied a lot of the things that I've listened to. It's a big difference, because a lot of people listen to a lot of things, but they never get around to applying anything that they've listened to. If you don't apply anything that you read or you listen to, you just wasted your time listening or reading. What good did it do besides you passing the time? It didn't do you any good. So that's why I read, I listen, I take notes, I file every single day without question. And so think about this. Let's say that you did that. Let's say you made a commitment to doing that every single day. Now, don't tell me you don't have access to positive things, because if you have a phone, which I'm looking at every single one of you, you have some form of communication. You have access to the internet. And if you have access to the internet, you can pick and choose who you listen to. Unlimited. So don't tell me that you will not be changed 1 year from now, 2 years from now, 3 years from now, and you will attract people that are just like you. So if you're not happy with the quality of people that are on your team, then you should look in the mirror and ask yourself, are you worthy to be followed? Are you worthy to be duplicated? If your group did exactly what you did today, would you be happy with the team that you built? That's a good question to ask. If the answer is no, then you may think about what you're doing on a daily basis every single day to get up and get after it. Because most things are caught, not taught. People are watching you, not just listening to what you say. They're watching what you do. They're watching your results. If they never see your name on the ACN leadership sheet, why would you think that they would want to listen to your advice about how to do this business? It just doesn't make any. I wouldn't listen to you. I want to follow a winner. I want to follow people that are doing something. I want to follow people that are getting the results that I want to have for me and my family. Why would you take advice from somebody about how to lose weight that's overweight? It doesn't make any sense. Why would you look at a bald person and ask them how they can grow hair? You just don't do it. You find people that have done it and you ask them how they did it, and if you duplicate what they've done, there's a good chance that you can follow suit and get the results that they've received. So it's a simple process, Efrain, and it's simple, but because it's simple, it's also simple not to do it. It all depends on what you want to do with your life, what you want to get done, how much time you want to put in. I would just encourage every single one of you to not look at where you're at today, but think about where you can be 4 or 5 years from now by applying some of the things that even you're exposed to with ACN. It could be a dramatic change and a dramatic enhancement to your life in a big way.
Excellent. Okay, just a couple more questions. I know we're running out of time. So somebody wants to know if there's a special way that you set goals, and if you're open to sharing some of your goals for 2020. Greg Provenzano's goals for 2020.
My goals are very, very different than what your goals would be. Because, where everybody is on this phone is where I was, right around 1994, 1995. That's a long time ago. And so my goal setting is a very easy, it's a very easy concept for me. Simply because I live a very simple life. I love what I do. I feel very honored and very privileged to be able to do what I do. I don't take any of this for granted. And because of that, it allows me to take a step back and not get all caught up in all the accolades and all the edification. I take a realistic view of my life, and because I'm so grateful for what I'm able to do, I'm able to keep, and it's very important, I'm able to keep a very clear perspective on my life. And I think that allows me to make wise decisions, not perfect decisions. I mess up every single day, but it allows me to make wise decisions because I'm not in the weeds with what I'm doing. I kind of like a 10,000 foot high perspective of where I'm at and where I want to go. And I know where I want to go has to do with helping other people to become the best that they can be. And if my goal is to do this, but I can only do it with the people that I want to build, then I need to provide an environment for those people to win. And so that's our total focus as co-founders, is to continue to provide an environment for people like us to win. And so that is our focus for 2020, actually. Our focus for 2020 is to enhance, to streamline, to make things simple. It's not going to be easy, but to make things simple, and for people that really want to get up and get after it, to have a real chance to do something for their families. That's why we made the changes. That's why we continue to do what we do.
Awesome. All right. So last two questions. The first one is this.
You had last two questions ago.
It was three. So we got two more. I got promoted to regional vice president, and the day that I got promoted in Detroit, Brian Sex pulled me aside and he said, "Efrain, listen, man, I'm training later this afternoon. Do you mind if I tell everyone that you have the record in ACN, the longest RVP promotion in the history of ACN?" Okay. And so I was one of the slowest RVPs and SVPs and COCs and all that. Okay, so I am very open with people about the challenges that we're going to go through. Very, very open. I set the right expectation. What would be, you mentioned one of them, failing to get customers, but what would be a couple of reasons why someone would be unsuccessful in the business?
Oh my gosh. You guys remember the song back in the 80s, 50 Ways to Leave Your Lover? I can give you 50 ways to leave the business. I mean, where do you begin? I mean, there are people that will quit. I don't know. Look, there are people that'll quit if they don't get enough customers to get their bonus. There are people that'll quit if one of their people quit. There are people that'll quit if somebody tells them no. There are people that'll quit if their mom says they won't become a customer. You know, look, here's what I know. This is what I learned a long time ago. Your IQ level, which is your I quit level, is a determining factor of what will knock you out of the box. So if your IQ level is low, that means if somebody tells you no, you're gone. Let me tell you what kept us going. This is really, really important for all of you. I grew up in the inner city of Detroit, and that's why I'm so appreciative of my life the way it is today. But when I was a young boy, I made a commitment that I would never grow up and be an adult and live like I grew up as a child. It was a real rough part of town. And I didn't care what I did. I just knew that I wasn't going to live that way the rest of my life. And so when I got involved in network marketing, I was terrible at it, absolutely terrible. But because this was my ticket out, because I didn't have a formal education, this is all that I knew that I had to figure out a way to make it work. And because I made that commitment that I was never going to go back, and I knew that I had to make this work, here's what I found out. This is really important, is that unless you draw the line where you say you are here no matter what, the matter what will always knock you out. Does that make sense to you?
Yep.
You have to draw the line. In fact, one of the things that I live by is this. In fact, you ought to write this down in big, bold notes in your notepad. There is great value to having no other options for your life. The problem that most people have, Efrain, is they have other options. And they go into this opportunity, as great as it is, and here's what they say. Oh yeah, I'll try it. No big deal. I'll try it. And if it doesn't work out, I can always go back to doing what I'm doing. Let me tell you this. If you got involved in the ACN opportunity with that mindset, or you currently have that mindset, here's my guarantee: you will always go back to doing what you're doing. Because everybody will take the path of least resistance. How many of you prospected somebody and you've already gotten a no? Do you think that day is ever going to end? Do you think that there will ever come a time where people will stop telling you that you're crazy for doing this opportunity? Do you know that there are people in my life today that tell me that I'm crazy? In the early days, they said we were crazy because we'll never make it. Now they tell us we're crazy because we work so much and we don't have to. But they don't understand the big picture mission that we have. And so those things never change. And unless you embrace them, unless you internalize the realities of what you're up against, unless you say, here's what I told the regional directors that were in Charlotte just about 30 days ago for the LCC. Here's what I said. I said, I can give all of you a formula that could almost guarantee you to be successful. Would all of you on the phone like to hear it? Mm-hmm. Here's what I told them. I says, persist without exception and have the proper posture doing it. See, if you persist without exception, this isn't persist until I don't feel like it. This isn't persist until I'm successful. This isn't persist until I start making money. No. This is persist without exception. Persist, it doesn't matter what's happening. You're just going to put one foot in front of the other, no holes barred, nothing holding you back. That's what's going to keep you moving. And if you do it with the proper posture, where you're totally sold out, you're 100% convicted when you're talking to people, those two things brought to the marketplace, you become unstoppable. No question about it. Try it. It'll be amazing to you.
Awesome, man. Awesome. I appreciate it. So you know this. I'm not sure if a lot of people that are on the line know this, but I've been in ACN since I was 21 years old. I was raised by a single mom. I have a 23-year-old kid. My daughter was just a baby when I got in ACN, and she was a major reason why I took ACN serious. And I am a product of your decisions and your vision, and I now provide an amazing lifestyle for my family. And I know I speak on behalf of all the RVPs, Dean Turali and Jason Tisdale and SVP Mike Pasuti and the RVPs in Colombia. Okay, I know I speak on behalf of everyone that we are so grateful. We are absolutely so grateful. Thank you so much for continuing to do this and continuing to make this platform much, much better. So if there's anything else that you'd like to add, I know we're way past time. One last thing for everyone tonight.
Well, I love impromptu calls like this. I think that people get a lot more out of it than if I were just to come on here and talk about ACN. And so I appreciate the format. I appreciate everybody coming on this call. I know it's not easy because everybody's so busy right now. But one of the things that I can tell you just to end this call is this, we've been doing this a long time. And the reason why we made the modifications that we did is because we want to position ACN to be around 27 more years. And this is no game to us. I'm not tired. I feel good. I feel energized. I feel bullish about the opportunity of ACN. In fact, I told a group last night, I'll tell you the same thing. I was on a conference call and I said, I used to tell people that we're going to do more business in the next 3 years than we did in the last 10. With these modifications that are going to come up, here's what I told them. This is my firm belief. I believe over the next 12 months in 2020, we're going to do more business next year than I thought we were going to do in the next 3 years. Everything is going to be condensed. People moving through the plan is going to be phenomenal. The stories are going to be phenomenal. The first event of 2020, you think about the testimony, the stories, the parade of people that we're going to have. They're going to be ETLs. The parade of people that we're going to have. They're going to have 20% residual income, 17% residual income, 15%. I mean, it's going to be unbelievable. The parade of people that have just gotten a raise in their residual income for the customers that they acquired. I can't wait for the first event. I can't wait for the first quarter of 2020. We're confident based on our modeling of what's going to happen, and it will only happen for those people that are going to get serious and go to work and want to build something great at ACN. Listen, it doesn't matter if ACN was free and we paid you $25 a month. For some people, if they never get up and get after it and go to work, it doesn't matter. But what we have for those of you that are willing to work, God bless you. It's a tremendous time, a tremendous season, and a tremendous opportunity with this company. So Merry Christmas, everybody. Thanks for giving me time. And it was my pleasure, my honor to be with you. I hope that this call was very fruitful for you and will make a difference in your life.
No doubt it was. Thank you. We are committed to making this the most successful network marketing company in history. Thank you so much, Greg. We'll make you proud.
You're welcome. Have a great night, everyone. God bless you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Greg.
Take care.
Okay, guys. So this call is going to be on YouTube. So if you want to send it to your team, if you want to watch it again, you can go on YouTube, and it's going to be recorded there. If you look on the chat, you can find the link. But I'm going to say it again. I'm going to say it in Spanish now. Esta llamada va a quedar en el canal de YouTube. Si quieres escucharlo otra vez o si quieres mandar esta llamada a gente de tu equipo, el link está en el chat. Tú puedes ver el link para si quieres ver la presentación. Muchísimas gracias, Bruno. Ya sé que esto no fue fácil, estar ahí en chat, escribiendo palabra por palabra. Muchísimas gracias para que todos pudieran entender. Yo estaba nervioso ahí leyendo. Bueno, muchísimas gracias, que tengan excelente noche, feliz Navidad, y viene el mejor año de nuestras vidas, indudablemente. Have a great night, guys. Merry Christmas, and we're going to have a record-breaking 2020, no doubt. Have a great week.